Yeah, I don't have the key for that, but we're just going to consider this locked for the duration of the challenge. For this challenge, I've locked myself in this room until I finish writing a short story. Now, typically, a short story takes me between 2 hours and 2 weeks to write. So I'm really hoping it's towards the former because I kind of have to go to the bathroom. And I'd really rather not do that in here. So yeah, this short story will be a part of my upcoming book, Operation Ark, which is a series of short stories about humans surviving the apocalypse in space stations. If you're interested in that, I made a previous video about it. I don't know why I pointed here. I don't know how to put it here yet, but yeah. So, since I don't want to be locked in here all night, let's go get started. So you can't see it very well since my Kindle was not in the best position to the camera, but I like to read a little bit before I actually start writing a short story. So today I read a little bit of Hyperion. It's a book couldn't get into it the first time, but I tried to pick it up again and I'm really enjoying it. So I thought I'd read a couple pages and then I get on to the writing of the short story. So for this short story, I didn't have to do a lot of brainstorming because for this book of short stories I've been working on, I have an entire document filled with a list of 50 potential story ideas, and I've been adding to it mostly as a way to get into the writing mode when I'm really not feeling it. Brainstorming some short story ideas really helps, so I didn't really do too much brainstorming for this particular story. I've had the idea for a little bit now, but as you can see here, before I go into writing a story, I normally like to jot down a couple notes about what I want to accomplish with that story. So I haven't really named any of the stories I'm doing for this book yet. What I've been doing is I've just been labeling them by the location they take place. So each arc is going to have a number. And for the stories that don't take place on arcs, I've been just putting the location on the top of the page. And these are a couple of notes just for me to follow as loose guidelines. Especially when I'm writing a short story, I don't try to outline too much. And these are just general guidelines. If I start writing the story and I feel a different direction, I will of course take it. And if I don't like that direction, I can always just rewrite the story. And yeah, that's kind of my general process. So I think I'm gonna get to writing now. When it comes to writing the actual story, I try to get as many words on the page as quickly as possible without editing, because I know I can always go back and edit after I finish writing the draft. So you can kind of see me doing that here. When I set up my camera to record, I didn't realize you'd get such a good view of my screen, but I'm kind of liking the way that you can see the words accumulate. So at this point, I had written about 500 words, but I was beginning to feel a bit restless, so I thought I'd take a break and play some virtual reality video games with my friends, as you can see here. As much as I think it's good to power through when it comes to writing, I also think it's good to take a good break, especially if you feel like you need it. And in this case, taking this little break to play VR with my friends allowed me to come back and write after I was finished. I definitely think my understanding of my own limits as a writer and my understanding of when I need to take a break has helped me avoid burnout in the past, which is very important because once you start burning yourself out, it's really hard to get back into the rhythm of writing. Now, as much fun as I had in my break, I probably took more time than I needed to. You can see in these clips that I'm visibly tired and I'm hanging my head a lot on my hands. But at the end of the writing session, I was able to pull through and I ended up writing a short story that was around 1,700 words. It's not my best work, but that's what editing is for. I started this little contest around 9:30, and it is 3:30 now, and I finished just a few minutes ago. So it's been about 6 hours since I started. And that's including my little VR break and all the other stuff I did in between that wasn't exactly writing related, but in total that's 6 hours. That's not terrible for a short story. I got a little sidetracked. To be fair, I've also been in a little bit of a writing dry spell, which is why I decided to do this challenge in the first place. So that's not so bad. I always feel a good sense of accomplishment when I finish a short story. And that's one of the things I like about writing short fiction instead of a long book, where I can finish in one day and feel proud of the finished product I created. Obviously, I have to go back and edit it multiple times, but it feels good to have something finished. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. It really helps out this channel. And if you don't already, please be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. It's been a late night. I'm gonna head to bed. Hopefully this take is good, because I'm too tired to shoot another one. Night.